Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how I like to make my omelet, and I feel like I have found a way to perfect it, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. It's really easy. So in these first few clips, I am just preparing all the vegetables I'm going to use in my omelet, and when you make yours, you can use whatever you like. You can use more or less, you can change it up, you can add bacon, ham, but what I had in my refrigerator was some tomato, and I'm going to use some red onion, spinach, and cheese. And the last thing, I just use the salt and pepper. So it's very easy, but it is full of flavor. So like I just mentioned, everything I'm going to use is tomato, red onion, or purple onion. I have spinach, 2 eggs, I'm using Monterey Jack cheese, and my salt and pepper. Now that my pan is warm enough and the butter has melted, I just quickly whisk the eggs one more time, and then I go ahead and put them in the pan. And my secret to this, and I'm sure it's not my own secret, but I like to put a lid on the top, and basically this kind of helps keep the heat inside, and it also helps cook the top of the omelet so you're not left with just too much runny egg on top. It's just kind of like a little heat bath for it, and I feel like that really helps. So I'll leave that on there 30, 45 seconds, whatever it takes, and then I'll take it off, and you can see here that a lot of it has cooked. And this is what you want. So I just take away from the sides a little bit to make sure nothing is sticking, nothing is, and then I'll tilt it a little bit to help get some of the more runny egg to the side of the pan so it can cook like the rest of it as well. So I'll do this on a few sides just as I see where it needs it, and then I'll put the lid back on for another 30 seconds or so. Just keep an eye on it, but make sure your heat is on low because you don't want the bottom to cook too much, because it will if your heat is too high. Now I'm ready to add my ingredients, as you can see. So I add my cheese, just a thin layer of cheese, and then the salt and pepper. At this point, I like to do it while it's open like this because I feel like the salt and pepper sticks a lot better inside and gives it a lot more flavor, as opposed to doing it on the outside where it can fall off and it doesn't really cook down with all the other ingredients. So I'm going to add my spinach, my onion, and my tomato, and then another layer of cheese. I can't personally get enough cheese. I love it. But if you don't want that much, then don't use it. But there's so many types of cheeses out there that will work great with an omelet. I just really love using Monterey Jack cheese, so that's what I grabbed for this video. Now I carefully bring my spatula under one side and then flip it over slowly, and as you can see, the bottom is not cooked too much. That is the color that I prefer, and that's what I look for. So I flip it over, and I'm not going to put the lid back on because we already have enough heat in there, and the middle is going to cook just fine. So I'll just give it a few more seconds while it's folded like that to heat up and to make sure everything is melted nicely together. And as you can see, it slid off my pan perfectly. And to me, this is the perfect omelet. Last time I made them, I put some bell pepper in there, which was a fantastic flavor. I just didn't have any this time, but that's okay because what I used was plenty. Look at the color of all those ingredients together. If you can only taste it, which I hope you do decide to make this, it turned out perfect. I could probably eat 2 of them, and that's just because they're so good, and these are really healthy for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.